Welcome back to Fur Baby Friday. Today we have Morgan here with, who is this cutie?
This absolute sweetheart is Warner, aka Mr. Warner, because he's just such a distinguished gentleman.
How old is Warner?
He is about 2 years old, which is an estimate. Being in our care, we pulled him from another shelter, so we don't know much of his backstory. But he has adjusted so well to being in our care. One of the reasons we took him actually is we went to that shelter and he basically wouldn't let us leave without him.
Wow.
He was like, I love y'all, please take me. And we were like, we love you too, Warner.
Yeah,
he's so sweet.
Right, he seems like the epitome of like that calmness that you'd like want in your life from a cat, because they provide so much stress relief. And Warner seems
definitely.
Like
He's definitely has his playful moments and everything, but he is out of that kitten phase, so he's pretty much just a chill guy most of the time. He's never met a stranger. Walking around the studio when I got here, he was immediately ready to be held by anybody. He's just such a sweet and snuggly boy. He loves kids, he loves adults, he loves other cats. He could really adjust into any home with the proper time and love.
Wow.
And he's just absolutely gorgeous with his green eyes, such a pretty tabby, and he's got the little white boots on his toes.
He does. His pattern's beautiful. His pattern is beautiful.
He pretty much just wants somebody that's going to give him these snuggles all the time.
Right.
He's ready to start exploring now. He's like, I'm feeling confident. I see all this space in the studio. Can I run around?
Yeah. So who would be a suitable owner for Warner?
Warner is a very good and easy cat. I think that there are many homes that Warner would do well in. If you are a first-time cat owner and you're wanting a cat that's not super temperamental and would do well in most homes, Warner would be a great fit. He really just wants somebody that's going to give him the space to be a cat and give him all the snuggles, because he loves chin scratches.
Oh. And then, are we still doing the Night at Paws?
Yes, we are. So our Night to Paws annual gala is June 1st, and we are accepting sponsorships. Our ticket sales are hopefully going live by this weekend, so you can keep an eye out on our social media for how to get tickets. We are also accepting silent auction items, so if you have any items or you are a business owner and would like to contribute to our silent auction, please reach out to us and we would be happy to have you as a part of this event. Should be a really good night, really great time. It'll be at the Hilton. Dinner is provided and there'll be a cocktail hour, so we're looking forward to it. It's one of my favorite events every year, so I'm very excited.
Awesome. And then what would you say to maybe somebody who is a dog owner or used to just having dogs, and what would you say to them to kind of sell Warner? Like, get a cat, like why cats are so awesome?
Yeah, so I think it's always interesting meeting cat people and dog people. I always considered myself a dog person before I started working at the Humane Society. I'd never really been around cats. I now own a cat, and I'm like a bottle baby kitten foster. So a really great option which we offer is fostering, in which you can take an animal home, like a cat, with no commitment to adoption, and we provide everything, and you just kind of give them a loving home and space, and you get to see what they're like in your life. I know a lot of people have negative ideas about cats if you've ever had a bad experience as a kid or anything, but there are so many wonderful, loving, and sweet cats out there that need homes. So definitely give them a chance.
Yeah, I had a cat back in Florida, and I could not bring her here with me, but she is safe back in Florida. But I was always a dog person, and finally got a cat. Now it has changed me. It has changed
I know
me.
a lot of people like that. It definitely is definitely a little bit easier. Don't have to do the let outs every day, walking them, those kinds of things. And it is a little bit better financially, just for the basics and stuff. Basics vet care doesn't cost as much as a dog. So if you're not necessarily ready for a dog or something like that, you can maybe see if you are a cat person, maybe try fostering and see what works best for you.
Yeah, and the great thing about cats is that they don't require as much attention as a dog. So they like to have their own space. You know, some of them, and they're very cuddly. They can be very cuddly, but for the most part, a lot easier.
We always recommend when people are adopting kittens, if they don't have another cat, to adopt 2 kittens so that they keep each other entertained. It helps them be socialized, and because we joke, some of our kittens that are about 8 months old that are more of the spicy kittens, they tend to be singletons. They didn't have siblings to kind of show them how to play respectfully. But Mr. Warner here is just a very good boy. He would love to be with other cats. He would love to be with people. He just wants his occasional snuggles, and he's very much an independent boy.
Is Warner an outside cat, or would you say Warner's more of an inside cat?
Warner is a solely indoor cat. Almost every animal adopted from the Humane Society, unless otherwise specifically listed, are indoor cats, because it is not only a danger to their health and safety, but also the health and safety of the environment. So if you were to want to take him on little adventures, he could get harness and leash trained. That's always a safe option. But other than that, he is perfectly content being indoors 24/7.
And then what about taking him into a home that maybe already has a dog in the house?
Yeah, so we have not dog tested Warner, but that is always something that we are able to do in our facility. Right. So it's something that will be done eventually, and if there is an interested adopter, before we get to that, we will definitely prioritize that, see what he thinks about dogs, and we always recommend in a home and are able to give you tips on how to do a slow introduction to set all the pets up in the home as best for success.
Right, and at first it's always kind of, they're always a little shy.
Most cats will hiss, will swat. It's how they're communicating. They've got to set their boundaries. Right. But slow introductions, just taking your time with them, giving them space, tends to work out.
That is great. Alrighty, and then anything, Morgan, that the shelter needs right now?
Yeah, so we are always in need of donations. Our donation list can always be found on our website. Of course, we are 100% donation based. I don't receive any government funding or funding from the U.S. Humane Society or ASPCA. So monetary donations are always definitely needed. Crates, large crates specifically. We have a lot of large dogs, and those tend to get gone through pretty fast. Large dogs tend to be the ones that are going to damage crates if they do. So crates, bleach, dog toys, cat toys, Blue Dawn dish soap, and paper towels. We go through paper towels like crazy. And with it being summer, we'd love lots of toys for outside. Our dogs get hot, so we like to put sprinklers and pools in the yard. So if you have any fun things like that you might want to donate, we'd definitely be open to it.
Great. And then how many cats and dogs do you have right now at the shelter available for adoption?
Right now in facility, we have about 19 dogs, and then we do have some in foster. So about in our care, we have 20 to 30 dogs. And then cats is around 20, depending on who is actively available. And then we do have some that are still on hold. But in our facility, we've got quite a variety. If you're looking for a tabby, a black cat, an orange cat, we've got all of those. And we're always getting in new animals depending on the day. So our applications are good, so if you just know you want to adopt from us, you can always submit an application and we can reach out to you if we pull somebody that may be a good fit for your home.
Great. All right. Well, if you are interested in adopting Warner or any other pet, reach out to the Humane Society and set up an appointment. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you so much. And don't go anywhere because we'll have more E&C at 3 right after the break.